good evening, good evening. It is your girl Lily Mae and Amber J, and we are none other than the Motivational Brown Gyrlz. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is season 1, episode 1. And so tonight, MBG has arrived. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about who we are as the Motivational Brown Gyrlz. And we're going to talk a little bit about politics, social issues, and some other things, just to kind of give you a little feel about what MBG is actually about. So the first thing we're going to start off with is who we are as MBG. And I think it's no more than appropriate for Miss Amber J to talk a little bit about our family.
Okay. Again, Amber J here. I'm so excited. I'm a little hyped because he played that Drake, so I still want to dab a little bit. But as Lily Mae was saying, our family, we were founded July 5th or 6th? July 6th, behind the Philando Castile and Austin Sterling shootings. They were back-to-back. If you remember back in 2016, it was 2 shootings back-to-back. Dealing with unarmed African-American men and cops. And by this time, it was others happening as well, and we were fed up. So we came together and thought, what can we do as 2 African-American women to bring light to a lot of situations, a lot of issues, because what we came across was a lot of people were uneducated about certain laws, certain procedures, and we're all about educating. So in order to make changes, we have to educate first to make the changes, the proper changes necessary. So that's what we're founded on. We're founded on Philando Castile, I want to say it was something else, but Philando Castile and the Austin Sterling shooting in July of 2016.
Perfect. And so now, whenever you're working with an organization or a movement, you have to have a mission statement. So, first of all, we must say, this was supposed to be a hobby, right, Amber?
Yes,
it was supposed to be a hobby. It ended up becoming a movement because when passion and purpose align, it becomes a movement. And so the Motivational Brown Girl mission is to first inform, then educate constituents, stakeholders, and community activists. We want to educate you to act in decency and in order. After which, that's where we begin to inspire and motivate you guys to become agents of change. And we do this through social media broadcasting, self-help techniques, early intervention, and dialogue. And yes, we are official. We are Motivational Brown Gyrlz. We have a mission, and we're on the move. So, wow, Amber, we don't even know where to start because there's so much going on. So much is going on, but we first want to make sure we give you the call-in number. So those of you who would just like to call in, if you have something that you would like to talk about, if we hit on something that you have an opinion about, question, concern, comment, please call us. The number is
804-915-5202.
Amber J gave it to you, 804-915-5202. We are also Facebook Live from the event, MBG Speaks 101. So if you want to tune in on Facebook, if you need to get in your car and go somewhere, that's totally fine. We will upload this segment to YouTube also once it's ready. So Amber, let's jump into what MBG really does and how we really talk.
Okay.
Now that the formalities are out of the way. So the first thing we're going to discuss tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about repeal and replace, bummer, and we're going to talk about House Bill 610. And we want to talk about those 2 things because education and health insurance, being that we're suffering with a lot of mental health issues in our communities, those things are important. So, Amber, let's talk a little bit about repeal and replace and what your thoughts are on what happened with repeal and replace.
Okay, well, first of all, the Affordable Care Act, not ACA, not Obamacare, but the Affordable Care Act was a huge mistake according to the Republicans. It was the worst thing since sliced bread.
But wasn't it Romneycare?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was Romneycare.
No shade.
It was. But for some odd reason, they weren't feeling it. So in the wee hours of the night, while people were fussing and fighting amongst other distractions that were going on, congressmen decided to meet up and throw stuff here and there, say, hey, we're going to repeal and replace certain formalities to where we're going to take away Meals on Wheels, different benefits, different things like that. And those who were against the Obamacare realized, oh, Obamacare was covering Meals on Wheels and other governmental-based programs that I need. Wait, let me think on that real quick. So we had repeal and replace and went up to vote, and the people weren't having it. They called their congressman and said, look, if you want to be in that seat next year, I think you need to vote no. And that's exactly what happened. Because at the end of the day, congressmen look to you as a number, as a vote. Hold those people accountable.
Thank you, Amber, for the information. Remember, we stick to our mission, information. Now for the education. Listen, guys. House Bill 610. House Bill 610, shout out to author Tracy Hartley Scott for bringing this issue to the forefront a couple of weeks ago on her podcast and live radio broadcast. But House Bill 610 basically is a bill centering education and also nutrition. And let me tell you something. This is what you need to know about the government. You need to make sure that when bills are coming out, you need to make sure you are reading the bill in its entirety. Because think about it. House Bill 610 is supposed to be an education bill, but it has a piece about nutrition in there.
Sure does.
I see the connection, but no. So, House Bill 610 basically is pushing for vouchers and funding to go to private schools and for families that want to homeschool their kids. Amber, how many kids in your high school, middle school, elementary school were homeschooled?
0.
I don't know many kids that I went to elementary, middle school, and high school with that were homeschooled. Guys, I need you to wake up. Public education is already suffering. We're already underfunded. Teachers, okay? I need you to understand. Do you see that money is going from education elsewhere? So you're telling me it's okay to defund public education and give the money to private education when the government is what? Made for the people?
By the people.
By the people. So you're going to take my money in my public school and give it to, not going to happen. Guys, I need you to read the bills. You're on social media. You're on social media posting videos of who shot John and why, but you're not on social media reading about the bills and posting them and posting accurate information. Stop sharing information that you're getting from everywhere else. Post the information directly from the WhiteHouse.gov, directly from Congress.gov, directly from the General Assembly. Guys, educate yourselves. Amber J and I can give you the information and we can give you the education, but it's nothing like educating yourselves.
That's very true. That's very true. And this stuff, what we're saying, is found on the internet. As she just said, Congress.gov. You can see every bill, who introduced it, from what state, what county.
Yes.
How many voted for it, how many voted against, did it pass, it didn't pass. Everything is accessible to you. It's a lot to read through, but trust and believe it's there for a reason.
Yes.
And if you disagree with anything that is being introduced, if your particular delegate or senate puts a bill up to satisfy them and not necessarily for the county that they're representing, and you see that it hasn't been passed yet, you can make a phone call to your senator office and say, hey, excuse me, I'm not feeling that bill. Point blank period. They rely on you at the end of the day. Please keep that in mind.
Awesome, awesome. So, wow. Repeal and replace. House Bill 610. Where do we go now? Okay, so talk about Aaron Hernandez and the Facebook killer, but we're not quite done with we have to give you the information that's going to affect generations to come first. So, wow. I'm thinking the way we need to go now is we need to discuss why it's okay for you to be a, quote, sex offender and be president, and you can't be a, quote, sex offender, whatever, and be a news anchor. My thought is this. My thought is Bill O'Reilly has had issues for years. I definitely feel like there's a scandal somewhere. I feel like we place these individuals on pedestals. I honestly feel like the things that Bill O'Reilly's been accused of, he's a man, and people are doing these things, walking around the streets doing some of the same things, but they're not being penalized to this degree. I don't know. I feel like everything that's done in the media is used as a distraction. Because think about it. We're going to get to this, the Facebook killer, Aaron Hernandez, and all of this, yet they are still making laws. We're in war. Like my mama said, we're going to war. We in war, and war hasn't been declared yet. See, what's going to happen is war will be declared when 45 feels as if he's going to be impeached. That's when war will be declared. Because why? Educate yourself first, then we'll come back and tell you later, okay? So, my take is that we have a lot of distractions going on. Guys, stay away from the distractions. Beyonce pregnant with twins, distraction, because he was tearing up the White House as soon as he got in there. Then the Instagram post about all the missing black girls in D.C. Okay, they've been missing for longer than just now. I need you to understand, distractions come about when things are going on Capitol Hill that they don't want us to know about. Educate yourselves. Stop videotaping your friends, your family fighting and carrying on, and educate yourselves. Watch CNN. Matter of fact, guys, watch Fox. Because let me tell you something. One thing you need to know what Fox is saying. You need to know what MSNBC is saying. You need to know what CNN is saying. You need to know what ABC is saying. You need to know what all the networks are saying. Because guess what? Everybody has a different opinion, but it's coming from their perspective. But I guarantee you, Fox News is getting ready to become very modernistic. And their views are going to become more modern and moderate simply because the younger generation is coming to fruition. And guys, let me tell you something. A lot of you thought that people that look like Amber J and myself were out in the middle of I-95 with the Black Lives Matter movement. I need you to understand, it's not us. Because trust and believe, guys, Lily Mae is not going outside to march anywhere. Marching worked for our parents. Marching worked in the 60s. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not marching today. I have a voice. Marching worked when you couldn't talk. Marching worked when there was a time when dogs would be sicked on you and you didn't have a platform like this. You have the power of social media. You can go live for anything. Stop going live because you want to kiss your boyfriend. Stop going live because you and the bros are getting ready to bank somebody, and go live for what's real. Go live for the movement. Go live so that you can get grade A quality food in the schools for your kids. Go live for you so you can get fair treatment when you go to different hospitals. Because guess what? There is something called institutionalized racism. And it exists everywhere. It exists in healthcare. Replace and repeal. It exists in public education. Special education versus gifted education, which is all fused together as exceptional education. Guys, I need you to get educated. I need you to become educated. I could have become a victim to the system, but I chose not to. Why? Because I chose to become educated. I chose to fight for what I believe is right. You know, people are going to try to censor you.
Yeah.
People are going to try to censor you.
Yeah, that's very true.
You don't know. People are losing jobs. People have lost their lives to be censored. And you know what, Amber? I think this is a great time to go ahead and talk about Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and then come down the line and talk about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. And the reason I want to hint around on this is because I need you to understand something, guys. You know, I'm sick of everybody saying the white man did this, the white man did that. Let me explain something to you. There has been conflict amongst black people for years. Okay? So let's go back and talk about Booker T. Washington, and let's talk about W.E.B. Du Bois. Now, Booker T. Washington was born in southwestern Virginia. Mountains. I'm from Danville. Mountains. Because we're central. Southwest is mountains.
That's Appalachian.
Now, W.E.B. Du Bois, whatever you want to call him, was born in Massachusetts.
How did DeVoe say it? DeVoe? W.E.B. DeVoe?
I can't right now. But guys, listen to this though. Booker T. Washington believed in gradual equality. Amber, what is gradual equality?
Gradually or taking steps to become.
Okay, so basically, let me put it in the terms that my high school students would put it in. Booker T. Washington meant for us to pretty much sit around and let you talk to us any kind of way. That's how my high school students would say it. Now, let me articulate it for my educated viewers who don't like bruh and layman's terms. Gradual equality simply means this. Amber said you're taking steps. For me, you're becoming economically appropriate to be included. Okay? Economically, I'll accept you. So to me, that's gradual equality.
Okay, so that means 40 acres, so that goes to the 40 acres and a mule.
Exactly. And see, when people accuse Booker T. Washington of being Uncle Tom, he got mad. I mean, I say gradual equality means cooning. But let's talk about my boy W.E.B. Du Bois, who received a PhD from Harvard. But guess what? Du Bois, he believed that you take what's yours and you demand equality. See, both of these gentlemen grew up in different areas, but they grew up around the same time, and they were both educators, okay? This is what you should understand. They were both educators. But do you see how your region and your economic status can make you think differently? See, Booker T received a lot of support from Caucasian Americans, okay? W.E.B. Du Bois didn't. Why do you think? Because see, what I've grown to learn is any African American who is bold, a little bit louder, we're angry, we're militant. But if you sit back and accept and go along and get along, you're well accepted. Well, hey, you will never accept me. I'm sorry. But let's make a comparison. Because see, that's taking us back to the 1800s. But let's bring it down to the 1900s. Martin Luther King Jr. Nonviolent. Malcolm X, by any means necessary. We will not tolerate the injustices. So, Martin Luther King was a man of peace. Martin Luther King was a Southerner. Malcolm X was very militant. Malcolm X was a Northerner. But with these two gentlemen, you also have to look at religious affiliation. And so, you know, Martin Luther King was a Protestant, Christian, right? Well, I'm sorry, guys. Christianity, was used to control the slaves. I really need you to understand this. Now, yes, the slaves took Christianity and turned it into spiritual freedom for themselves. But you have to know what it was supposed to be used for. But don't forget, because if you were a shade darker than amber, you worshiped outside. If you were my shade or lighter, you worshiped indoors. And you didn't get my shade unless... Guys, it may be funny, but it's real. We are here to help you understand that we have to bridge I-N-T-R-A, intracultural prejudices. This light-skin, dark-skin battle has got to stop. We have to stop beating down one another in the streets. We have to stop taping one another, getting beat down in the schoolyards, in the prison yards, because guards are doing it too. Guys, we have to embrace one another. Women, if you have kids, stop going to the other child's house getting ready to fight their mamas and fight their kids. I'm sorry, guys. I only see this amongst us. I talked about W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington and Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X for a reason, guys. Because we got to bring this thing down. Because let me tell you, guess who it is today? Barack Obama and Ben Carson. Those are the only two that I can really make a modern day Martin in. Because Ben Carson's so far gone, I don't know where he came from. And for him to be a neurosurgeon, somebody jacked his brain up. I guess that's why they say everybody want to help people, they can't help themselves, because he gets messed up. And I am appalled that they put him in the Smithsonian Museum for African American History. That's a problem for me. But guys, seriously, Amber, what's your take? Because you know I get fired up, so I want you to.
Well, as Betsy DeVoe says, W.E.B. Du Bois, the hybrid, she wrote all wrong on Twitter. It's very interesting that she made a comparison between Booker T. Du Bois and MLK and Malcolm X. As we know, at the beginning of it, you know, Martin Luther King was non-violent. We're just gonna sit. We're gonna make sure that the national level sees everything, and we're gonna get through that way. People gonna die, suffer, get injured, but we're gonna make it through that way. Because I like Gandhi and his teachings. Malcolm X, now I need to protect my family just like the white man can protect his. I have that right too. Until he realized his own won't do him right. And for those that follow that particular religion, I'm sorry, I'm keeping it real. And when he came back from Mecca, he was like, yeah, I see the nonviolent part. We still need to protect ourselves, but we're jacked up within our own. Woo. So until we get ourselves right, we can't ask for a helping hand, which flipped the whole concept of take and demand. We can't take and demand if we can't get it right within ourselves. And that is key. That's why we're constantly being laughed at. That's why you have, you know, teachers saying they're ashamed that students are filming each other fighting and people are looking at them like animals, like they're in a jungle. That's why you have jungle mentality in places like Mosby Court, because this is still trapped. This needs to be released. Once you release this, the whole world changes.
Oh, Amber, you just gave me chills. Touch and agree. Okay, so we're going to wind down because we're going to take a break in a little bit. Please call us, 804-915-5202. We're going to take a break in about 2 or 3 minutes. But listen, before we break, we need to bring this to light. On your jobs, we have to look out for one another. My personal belief is this, you know, I've worked in a variety of positions. And in every position that I've been in, I see nothing but cutthroat amongst African American women. The sad thing, I don't see it amongst the African American men. I see it amongst African American women. I don't understand it. And you know the other thing is, see, people don't see it like I see it. I see it as a light skin, dark skin battle.
I see it as a hating.
I can't call it hating because, well, it could be. Because if you hate something, you have to care something about it. Because hate is a passion. See, that's what you don't understand. Hate is a passion. And I would rather you confront me on your issues than to cutthroat and backstab. Because the reality is this, guys. Your true feelings show through.
Yes, it does.
This means nothing to me. Because I do it all the time. And I'm just like this.
Yeah.
Listen. Be upfront about who you are. That's the best thing. That's the best advice we can give you in this first segment. Don't be ashamed of who you really are.
And if you are an envious, jealous person, and you know this about yourself, let the world know you're an envious, jealous person. We can all agree and be cool with that. But don't say you're real.
Well, Amber,
And then you
everyone knows I'm petty. Well, I'm telling the world, Lily Mae is petty. She is working on this petty spirit, but I'm petty.
Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself.
Amen.
This world could be a better place. If you mad or hating on me behind a position or whatever the case may be, figure it out.
Well, we'll be back in a few minutes. Remember, 804-915-5202. I'm your girl, Lily Mae.
I'm Amber J.
And we'll be right back.
Let your Facebook fans know you're coming back.
Hey, Facebook fans, we will be back in approximately, how many minutes?
4 minutes.
Okay, Amber, she said she could barely hear you.
Right. What, 4 minutes?
Yeah, about 3.
3 minutes.
Okay. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. I hope you guys are enjoying. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. Call us, 804-915-5202. Yes, we're going in, but as you can see, Amber J, we are not co-hosts. We are what you call 50s, and we are enjoying ourselves right now.
Which page is it?
So now you see kind of what we discussed. You kind of see where we are. Because I'm gonna bust out
But you know,
laughing.
but see, all those aside, when you what you were saying is true. We could have went to war yesterday. We was still worried about that 499 chicken. Am I right?
But you right. You right.
It's sad though.
They already moved the ships. People don't put in my pictures, he's moving ships over there. Just go there. So they said it's not a good thing.
Hey everybody on Facebook. Hello everybody.
Did you write it? Right.
Talk to them.
Alright, so look. If anybody got in that 499 chicken.
Oh no. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get that 499. Anybody got that 499 chicken now? Come to the studio.
Studio 30 years ago.
Are we doing one-on-one?
Yeah, I shared this all of them. She brought it in her picture. I shared this all of them.
Oh yeah, that's when I saw you. What you call it?
Yeah, but the thing is, your friends.
It doesn't. It's mine. It's public.
No. You're fine. No. The MBG Speaks page, and then the MBG, the Motivational Brown Gyrlz page.
Yeah, it'll be friends on my bad video page back there.
You don't have that friends only. So
But see, I'm live in MBG Speaks 101 as public.
I know.
And everybody else can see it, so I don't understand it. That's not my friend.
No. But let's say somebody who's not whatever, and they only go to that page, they can't see it.
Oh, it's like they looking. Okay.
No. You're like, no, it has to be public or offside.
Hey!
You know, you can't do nothing right now.
But our Motivational Brown Gyrlz page is public, so I don't understand that.
You have, this is where they have different pages. You have that, you have the speech, I put it on speech, I put it on that.
MBG Speaks is the event.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
the
have-
event page.
okay.
So
I
that's
have
maybe
that.
that's the issue.
It's the police that have, it's the one that you have as an individual, like, that MBG. Not the, you have an MBG individual, you have an MBG,
Group.
you have page.
We got MBG page and MBG group. That's it.
You have
MBG page is a person's page. We not on it.
okay.
Yeah.
I call that but that's a friend from them.
Oh yeah, well that's nobody go there anyway.
You got to
But it's probably, but it's not that big. So yeah, that's not like what? Well, okay. Hey Miss Bonita, we know you had to leave. It's cool, it's cool.
Still chiming and saying hello and when you're actually everybody else is saying now watch your hair, pull it down for some chest and recognition there. A little bit more.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right.
I pulled the microphone from my head. Yeah. Because it's up
Put it behind her, because I don't want you.
Right.
Even though she got black, still.
just, yeah, perfect.
She's straight out of Farmville. You from Danville?
I'm from Danville. If you got a problem with Danville, I bet you won't get on the camera and say it.
Yeah, we do. I got no problem there. Some individuals there. GW1 these.
And we're back. I'm Amber J.
And I'm Lily Mae.
And we're Motivational Brown Gyrlz. I'm telling you, the person producing this is really throwing us some jams. We up here jamming.
Yes, shout out
Trying to get
to
us
Bad Boy.
trying to get us hyped and whatnot, like going to the club after this.
I'm going to the BED.
But for those that are just tuning in, this is our second portion of our show. Please feel free to call in 804-915-5202. I don't know if we have any social media comments to address real quick before we continue on.
Okay, so we have, of course, Miss Bonita Claiborne, and basically she just saying preach, boom, wow. And she began to really get excited when we talked about Christianity and the control. And I think that's significant because, guys, Miss Bonita is a very, she's a faith-based lady. And she is not a church goer. She's a true Christian. She doesn't hold a title. She's a Christian. And when you're a Christian, and you know what, Amber, I'm sorry. But can I take it there for, give me two minutes. Okay, let me get myself together.
Yeah, sit up.
I need you to understand something, okay? Just because you're in church Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
or Sunday? Oh, sorry.
that does not make you a Christian.
That's very true.
It makes you a church goer, and it might make you a fan of the pastor. You are a Christian when you stand up for what's right, when you bear one another's burden, when even in the face of adversity, you can say, this is my pillar and this is my platform. You are not a Christian just because you decide that you were called or chosen. I need to get this thing right. Yes, I'm tatted up. And see, the reason I'm going here is because I'm hearing this thing too much about, oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm God's child. We're all his children.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Is.
And you know what? Once again, Amber, I only hear us throwing those terms around. You let your light so shine.
To churn, as I say.
Not your gas mileage between your house and your church. Because guess what? The social issues are in the world, not in the church. Matter of fact, the biggest devils are in the church. I need you to get it.
Come from behind those
Now,
walls.
don't get it twisted. Yes, you go to the house to fellowship with other believers. You notice I didn't say other Christians. Other believers. Because everybody that believes may not exhibit Christian values. But I digress. All right. Back to the regular schedule program. So, Amber. Wow. I know you're ready for this. Everybody's talking about the Facebook killer, Aaron Hernandez. Amber, do you want to go with that? Because I need to digress, get myself back together, and then I'm going to check social media out, see what we have going on social media, and then I'll jump back in.
Real quick, before we hit that, I just want to remind you all that we have elections coming up. A lot of localities around have things coming up, especially for Petersburg, like treasurer and different things of that nature. Had to do with Sykes thing right there, things of that nature. Shout out to Mr. LP. But
social media engineering.
yeah, so just be mindful that you have your local elections going on that are very, very important. As well as next year for House of Representatives, Senate. Just want to throw that out there to make you all aware that you just don't vote just for national, vote for local, because local hits way faster than national. But we're going to touch on this Facebook killer by the name of Steven Stevens. I've seen a lot of conspiracy theorists on it. The man's been cloned from the last African American that went on a shooting spree. They say he was cloned. But from the people that I know in the fraternity sorority world, some people knew of this man and knew that mentally he was not all there. And I don't know the inner workings as to what happened while he snapped out. We all don't know the story, but I just find it funny that we can spy on Russia, or Russia can spy on us. We got all this technology, but it took an employee at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania to hold off on getting him some fries in order for him to get caught. Why did it take so long? Was it because he was armed? Since we went to this conspiracy theorist thing, was it because he was an armed black man instead of an unarmed black man? I don't know.
I just want to hear from you
I'm
guys.
just throwing that out there.
Yep.
And Aaron Hernandez shocked me because that was very left field. I wasn't expecting a suicide from Aaron Hernandez. But another conspiracy on that is law. Even though he was serving time for the 2014 conviction that he was looking to get overturned, hopefully, there's some law term in there to where if he commits suicide or some wrongful death during the possible overturn of his conviction, NFL owes monies to his living relative, which would be his daughter. So, being that he was out in the NFL, maybe he felt as if the only way for his daughter to be guaranteed was to take that route. Just a conspiracy that's being thrown out there. And the latest news was the DA ruled it a suicide, and supposedly blood of John 3:16 was written on his body. So he had an out-of-body experience and wrote that. Okay. Well, he's in a cell by himself in general population. Okay. Which would make kind of sense. And it's barricaded from the inside out. Okay. So it'll be pretty hard for somebody to go in, kill him, come back and try to barricade. All right. Especially if it's an air pressure door or a door that opens with a key. It'd be kind of hard to stage that. Okay, I'm trying to. I can see. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to stage that. Now he probably did, if he did barricade to prevent in the attempt of, saying that they're walking around, the officers are walking around making rounds, and let me barricade the door just in case the intent to come in and I can just kill myself, and by the time I get in, I'm dead.
Okay.
So it's different conspiracies going on between the Facebook killer and Aaron Hernandez, and my heart goes out to the family of Mr. Goodwin, I think that's his last name, because that was senseless and stupid to even do that. Because you mad about some female, as Richmond say, some junk, some jank.
Yeah,
You know,
some thought.
some thought.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of conspiracies. I would never say good riddance to people that take their own lives, because you don't know that struggle.
Sure.
Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has been depressed at one time, and I would never say good riddance to somebody that's going around killing.
That's true.
Just as quick as the society can say to somebody white that's around killing, like Dylan Roof, when he shot up the church, oh, he got mental issues, let's put him away and get his mind right. We can say the same thing, but I noticed it was our own people that were saying, oh, he needs to get shot, he needs to get killed. But he was mental health too, so why couldn't he get
okay, so now I'm gonna jump in. So the Facebook killer need to be killed, but y'all are sad because Aaron Hernandez was locked up for murder. You know what that is? That's because the Facebook killer didn't have a multi-million-dollar contract, and the Facebook killer didn't catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl. You know what? I'm just sick of it. You know, guys, I get it. I get racism exists. I get that it's in the policies, but that's why we have to get in a position where we are writing the policies. We have to get in a position where we're writing the policies, where we are 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, I'm talking about the president. Now, I have to throw this out there. The key word is Philando Castile. If any of my fifth block students are watching, the key word is Philando Castile. But back to the regularly scheduled program. We have about 15 minutes left of discussion. And guys, we want you to call us 804-915-5202 because we want to hear from you. We want to know what are the things that you need from Motivational Brown Gyrlz. We are available for to be panelists. We are available to make speeches at various organizations. We are available to host events. We have a couple of events coming up, and we'll talk about that probably in the last 5 minutes of the show. But we want to know what you need from us. What are some of the topics that you want us to address? Or what is some of the education and information that you need? Because the reality is that we're trying to bring you something that you cannot just pick up. Because history, if you break it down, his story.
His story. His story.
So, you know, this movement is bigger than just Amber J and myself. Shout out to Miss Red Lipstick Vixen, aka Jasmine Monique Wells, who will have her MBG debut on tomorrow. So be looking out for a podcast from her. This young lady is vicious. If you get a chance, go to our Motivational Brown Girl page and look at her video. I shared it to our page. She went on a forum and talked about self-esteem and talked about we as a black race of people and shut it down. I was laying in the bed last night like, guys, guess what? It would be so much easier for us to correct us than for us to keep getting shot down in the streets.
Yes.
Why is it that when an African American person of authority says something to another African American, you laugh, joke, and dismiss it? But as soon as a Caucasian person in leadership says something, you jump.
It's that mind. It's that mind.
Guys, it's called it's mental slavery. Shout out again to Raw Silk, aka Boss Lady, aka Arthur Tracy Harvey Scott. Mental slavery. When are you going to let it go? When are you going to be set free from the captivity that bound our people for so long? And let me tell you this. Stop believing that slaves were brought here.
I had to put my eyes on that.
I've been tracing my ancestry. And the more I trace my ancestry, I came to a halt on my grandmother's father's side of the family. But you know when I came to a halt, I found him and on the census it said mulatto. So I knew at that point that the reason my grandmother and my great aunt said that when they met him, he said he didn't have any other family, is because he probably ran away from home. And he probably either ran away from home or he was sent away from home. Because Daddy probably was the bastard.
Probably.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I know that I didn't get this skin tone by nature because my dad was pretty chocolate and my mom is a little caramel complected. So I get it. I'm okay with that. But see, you have to be okay with who you are. But guess what? You have to know who you are before you can be okay with who you are. I'm okay with who I am. You know, I'm okay not being born into a wealthy family. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with being told no. I don't go to the schoolhouse and shoot up everybody because my mom didn't give me eggs and bacon in the morning.
Right.
Like, come on.
Just like you trace your family.
Yes.
I did my DNA.
Shout out to, what is it,
African Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
I did my DNA and it came up, was it 76% Sub-Saharan African, 11% East Asian, and 11% European. The Asian part shocked me, but shocked me because as black folk, we always being told we got Indian in our family. Somewhere, form, or fashion. No Indian showed up in my blood.
This might be.
None of that showed up in my blood, but Asian showed up in my blood. And if you do your research, Africans did transport to Asia and back for many years prior to the transatlantic slave. But that part shocked me, the Asian part. But I have tattoos and I like certain things of Chinese culture. Well, actually, it's East Asian. So, Cambodia, Japan, different things like that, different cultures.
So, Amber, what do you think is going to happen when I do it? Like, because you know, I'm very weird.
You heard everything.
And you know what? I told Amber that I'm scared to do it because I fear that I may not be emotionally ready for what comes back. Because to be honest, guys, I pretty much have a feeling as to why I have such strong opinions and views about black culture and why I'm woke and not conscious. Because I'm sick of you guys walking around talking about you conscious, wearing Bob Marley shirts, dressed in all black like the Omen, and acting like, and dreads and everything. I wear weave, and yes, I'm woke. I'm not conscious. Because let me tell you something, and I'm going to take you back. When you're asleep, when you're falling asleep, before you get deep into sleep, you're conscious. Even when your eyes are closed, you're conscious. But you're still not woke. I'm woke. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I embrace it and I'm proud of it. From my thick bone structure to my moles, because guess what? I know that I have Native American in me because I have the moles to prove it. See, this is what I need you to understand. Understand your body. Understand why your bone structure is so thick. Understand why you have this sassiness. Understand why you're so spiritual. This isn't anything new. But this is just a little bit of what we have in store for you. We have 4 more episodes to go. But let's get into final thoughts and announcements.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of things coming up as far as the shows. I mean, after this show, we got It's gonna be so much fun. And it just gives you just a little glimpse of what we about. Because we about everything. Because that's what we are. We just girls that like to have fun, but we know when to play and when to be serious.
Yes, Amber.
But we do have some announcements, some things coming up. We have the Pearls and Dapper Showcase on this Saturday, April 22nd, which Miss Lily Mae will be hosting and modeling in. The name of the overall event is by I Walk in My Shoes Ministry by Shantae Scott. Tickets are
online. You can go to the Eventbrite page, but at the door it will be $20 admission from 11 to 3.
Again, that's Pearls and Dapper Showcase, April 22nd. Lily Mae will be hosting and modeling as I will be a brand ambassador for Shay's Shoe Haven.
Shout out to Shay.
All right, next is the annual cultural fashion show, which is the following Saturday, April 29th, which again, Miss Lily Mae will be modeling again. I ain't doing nothing but just cheering her on at that point.
She acted up.
And last but not least, the RVA East End Festival, which is May 5th and 6th. But guess what? We everywhere. So Lily Mae will be, not only she models, as you can tell from the previous, but she's going to sing on May 6th. She had a little set on, she's going to sing at the East End Festival. So please come out and check us out. If you see us in the street, hey, you Motivational Brown Girl, we hug, handshake, all that stuff. We talk, network. That's what we about. She's more friendlier than I am, but that's what makes it.
And that's what makes it work.
Yeah,
that's what makes it work.
Yes,
guys, I don't know. This is MBG Speaks 101. This is 101 because we are coming up on our 1-year anniversary. And Amber, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really say that when you begin something new that it's going to be easy. But guys, it hasn't been a rocky road for us.
No, it has not.
Everything falls into place. But when your passion and your purpose align and you get in tune with like-minded individuals, all the people who are distractions fall off the chart. Shout out to iMedia Print and Mr. Craig Gaines for our awesome logo, which you can go on Facebook and see. He was supposed to be here with us tonight, but due to illness, he could not be here. Shout out to Mr. Craig Gaines. Thank you. We have been waiting on the logo and working on the logo for so long, and Mr. Craig Gaines just popped up out of the blue and did it within 24 hours. Thank you, Mr. Gaines. We love you. Kudos to you. Amber J, I think it's about time.
All righty. Well, again, this is MBG Speaks 101. I'm Amber J.
And I'm Lily Mae.
And as always, MBG listens.
And then we speak.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone.
Say bye to Facebook.
Bye bye, Facebook. We will upload everything to YouTube. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. Amber J and I are really, really excited. Mr. Frank, thank you so much. Can you come to the Facebook?
No, you didn't send me on TV, so I'm not coming on there. No, I'm not. No, I refuse.
Y'all need to come see Bobby Brown. This is Bobby.
The king of R&B.
Can anybody give me that $4.99 chicken or that Popeye?
Oh my goodness.
The king of R&B.
Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, Mr. LP, for engineering social media. We appreciate you. And tune in next week, same time, same network. Peace and love, everyone.